Previously on KBTV Under the Sun. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Emma.
Emma, stop. Emma.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Oh my God.
I gotta, God!
Thanks, Emma.
I mean,
I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes.
Maybe we shouldn't touch the very loud thing.
Someone can be the cop.
Dick, keep up the good work!
Okay, we have 2 fans. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to KBTV Under the Sun, and we're here with Rise from the Ashes with Mr. Gumshoe, who left us a nice casual hint last time about how to get in and investigate Chief Gaunt's office, but we don't have what we need. What?
You said it wrong.
What?
We're still here with Rise of the Ashes.
Did I? I don't know what I said.
No. You didn't say still. That's the incorrect. We got to say we're still here with Rise of the. We're still on Namek.
We're still here and we're never leaving, guys.
We are still on Namek.
Anyways, we're leaving the police department. Bye.
Yes, because we need to go talk to Edgeworth in hopes that possibly he'll give us something to give to Gumshoe to let us, do the thing.
But first, we gotta check on Lightning McQueen.
No one's here today. Not even Miss Star.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Oh my God, Phoenix.
Well,
we proved
yeah.
that didn't happen at 5:15 p.m. Doesn't mean it didn't happen at...
You also proved that there was a bunch of blood
PM.
there.
5:14 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope we can. Or this case just never ends.
Phoenix Wright is over here like, defend my client or find out the truth even if client is guilty.
February 24th.
I'm not gonna touch that.
February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Room 102?
1202.
1202. 1202.
Oh, I can't read. Whatever. It's fine.
He's on the 12th floor.
I just woke up.
Good morning.
Good morning. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here?
In your office? You sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor.
He was drawing Steel Samurai fan art, and you can't disprove it.
Well,
Tough day in court, huh?
I mean, we could examine it in a moment and find out.
Oh.
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. Was another allegation to me. Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Well, let's,
Would you like our badge?
Oh yeah, I guess we could present the badge. Anything new? I once dreamed of being a defense attorney. A long time ago.
You're just constantly rubbing it into this man's face.
You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we heard this a long, long time ago.
Did we?
But that proves how long this case is.
Way too long.
This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Edgeworth's in the picture, too.
Speaking of that, are you talking because the trophy's there? That's why Edgeworth's in the picture?
No. He's in the armor.
What? Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding, it's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
This face right here, this is my favorite new animation from this case. This right here. This is the face of that one squinting cat as someone holds a knife up to it.
Oh my god, it is.
That's what this is. Every time he looked at the screen with this face, I'm picturing like someone holding a knife. It's just like, that's cute. Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Oh. Okay.
The Sword and Shield, Contradiction. I figured it out. Pokemon Gen 8 is actually Contradiction.
There's
Pretty
no...
sure it's the fact that it's a broken sword and a broken shield.
I mean, I'm pretty sure when you played Sword and Shield, you actually get a broken sword and a broken shield before they get
Yes.
fixed later on. So
That is correct, actually.
it's a good connection there. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. I mean, I got far enough in like Sword and Shield to at least know that, but otherwise, yeah. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that fact.
Okay, cool. Then you still have a job.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that evidence was the evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth! I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this?
You want it?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
First last year's trial,
There it
and
is.
now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. What a soon.
Joke's on you!
Fuck
I
up.
get on everyone's nerves!
You're right! But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial! Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. That paper looks like the same paper we saw in Chief Conce's office.
Yep.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence. It seems too short.
This is too short!
Most
We got
lists,
3 pages of evidence!
most lists run twice as long. Imagine 8 pages of evidence instead.
It's only half as long as most lists? That's odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture. Something seems strange about it.
Okay, I guess we were supposed to present the picture after we got that dialogue. Thanks for the hint, that came too late.
Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony.
You don't know about that.
Have you tried?
I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gaunt asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
I feel like this screwdriver might have been a red herring at this point.
Yeah.
Because, like, he just did a favor to move the body over to the parking lot instead. That's what I'm suspecting.
Yep.
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. Hey, wait, is this the same screwdriver that we saw in, like, the case with Red White? Didn't we find a screwdriver in that case?
Go back to that video and find out.
No.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right. Honestly, somebody probably has put it up on the wiki.
Oh, probably. I'm
If it is connected to that case, it will probably be up on the wiki. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me? Sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it though? For Emma's sake.
Excuse me? Very well.
For Emma's sake.
Sure, you tell us that.
No, I've heard all about this, but I don't know. This might be the first time Emma's heard about it.
Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other!
Thanks for putting the music up here.
Alright? Very, very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and the broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow! Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
Funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
Because the sword got destroyed. I don't know.
You'll have to ask Chief Gaunt. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gaunt?
Is this
Updated?
updated?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
new information. Please
Kowalski,
read.
updated analysis.
Yes, Skipper. It looks like 2 years ago the halberd was removed at Gaunt's request. Behest. I just woke up, I can't read. Giving it its current form.
Okay then.
Kowalski,
So,
why is it called a halberd when it looks like a sword?
Because the makers of this game don't know how to design a halberd.
I mean, it's a spear with a fairly long thing at the end, so...
They don't know how to decide a halberd. I have done the analysis. Do not contradict me, please.
Okay!
All
Well,
right, we hear Kowalski.
we're about to find out if KV was right, if this was a drawing or not.
This case is too long, Skipper. I don't know what to tell you.
That's why we were brought on to help with it.
I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Okay,
Let's look
but
at
he
this
threw
thing.
it...
The
Look,
guy's right there.
okay, but he crumpled it on the ground, so clearly he doesn't care.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Speaking
Hey,
of
Edgeworth, so how about
distractions,
elevators, huh?
No! Wow! Wow!
why is the
Elevators
ghost
are
in
neat,
the
aren't they?
elevator?
Hey, Edgeworth. Is that the gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground!
Hold
What the
on.
hell's wrong with you?
First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. I don't know if that indicates that that Edgeworth doesn't care or Edgeworth knows that Wright is just distracting him.
It's probably the second.
I hope it's the
He's
second.
always like, why the hell? From our
He
perspective,
didn't even look.
he's standing in front of us, which is behind the window. I mean,
What? Letter of...
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, Letter of Resignation.
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean...
I'm tired, Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, none of it was your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Oh, I think he's serious.
He's too dramatic. Please stop.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything?
what? I wonder if I could use this. Okay.
I think we're supposed to give this to Gumshoe.
Anyway, Kowalski, analysis on this crumpled piece of paper.
It's a letter of resignation, Skipper. He literally just said it. What do you want me to add to this?
Maybe the part about how he's serious? I can get it.
Well, as an update to the letter of resignation, it seems he's serious.
February
Thank you very much,
24th.
Kowalski.
Prosecutor's
Wait,
office.
weren't we supposed to
Underground parking
show
lot.
the picture?
We did.
We showed it early.
That was
We
the
showed it
first thing.
before.
That was the very first thing I did was present the photo.
Okay.
This is you, Lewis.
Excuse me. Oh, good. All right. I guessed correctly.
Good guessing.
Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef?
Oh, dang, that sounds yummy.
Is that even a lunchbox at that point?
I know.
Miss Star! I guess she's out of lunches.
It doesn't look like it's cooked either. It looks like she just went to the market, bought it, and be like, "Here, cook it yourself."
You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk.
I don't like that at all.
That's a comparison.
I said what I said.
No, take it back.
It's not my problem if you can't deal with that.
Take it back to the grocery store. You got it. It's foul.
I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
It's also meant to be cooked.
Miss Star's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago.
Anyway, I do have an update. That screwdriver, it is supposedly red white case. They don't explicitly state it, but the timeline does match up.
Oh, cool. All right then.
And apparently there's another screwdriver that's used as evidence in another game.
Oh,
But it's a different screwdriver, not like this screwdriver, which is not a different screwdriver.
Correct.
This screwdriver is the same screwdriver as that screwdriver, but this other screwdriver is not the same screwdriver as this screwdriver.
Anyways,
My
the
head is all
screwdriver in
screwy.
question is from case A116.
A116. Oh,
I
that's
don't know how they came up with that number, but that's the number.
All right.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her?
Lana Skye. Were you not paying attention, Phoenix?
My
No, he's
sister?
been very aloof this entire case.
I mean, this case has been going for a very long time. There's so much information to keep track of. Can you blame him?
I'm gonna need you
Yes.
to start taking notes, Phoenix. You need to be a better lawyer than this. The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo.
How many times will this case show us this picture?
Lana and Chief Gaunt.
As many times as it feels like it.
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong. Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret.
But you don't have proof anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goldman were relieved of our duties.
Goldman?
Goldman?
Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears.
Huh?
Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
She was being used? She's probably still being used.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Damon Gant and Lana Skye.
Look, it's a picture again.
Oh my god!
Kowalski analysis on this picture for the nth
We've
time.
seen it like 4 times, Skipper. What do you? Come on.
I
There's
feel
nothing.
for the
There's nothing to
picture.
read. There's nothing to read.
But-
What do you think? What do you think, Private? It's a nice picture, isn't it?
I don't like the aura that man on the right's giving off.
I think those are good instincts, Private. You should hang on
Well,
to those.
aura aside, he's definitely pretty beefy. Anyway.
Yeah, actually, what's up with that?
Yeah,
Ganondorf.
he worked, he goes swimming a lot.
It's Gassy Ganondorf.
I mean, his theme song is literally "Anyone Gone Swimming Lately?"
Gant led the investigation, with Lana second in command. They were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible evidence? You mean?
Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her.
Really?
Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. And that's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Mr. Marshall.
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Star.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn out so cold after that?
Didn't you answer your own question just earlier?
Yeah. Also, like, have you considered she might still be being used right now? Are you sure you're directing
Yep.
your anger at the right person?
No one's directing their anger at the right person here. That's literally the entire case against Edgeworth.
Yeah.
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gaunt's powerful influence.
Chief.
Just imagining her, like, she's going to do the quotes, and she's holding her basket, and she just drops the basket. Chief picks it back up. God.
Oh, my roast beef! I mean, lunchboxes. That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean, that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for her change.
At last,
Is it really?
I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess.
Are you sure?
It's been 1,000 years. Thank you, Miss Star.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Well,
Okay.
thanks. All right, then. We are going to go ahead and head back over to the police department, then.
It's a metaphor, you absolute dunce.
The Blue Badger.
February 24th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, you're here.
Why
Yeah, of
wouldn't
course
he?
I'm here.
Why wouldn't he?
You're still here?
Well, yeah, I gotta make 150 copies of these files.
Oh, come here.
Do they not have part-timers for this?
Brewing coffee, cupping files. I'm talking to a regular DJ.
Regular what now?
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ.
No, don't write that down. Don't write that down. What did you write down? No, erase that. Erase that.
Don't
Emma,
worry about it.
erase it.
No,
What did you
I'm
write
not gonna
down?
erase it.
What
Don't
did you
touch my
write down?
notebook.
When you write stuff for your notepad, can you dress in the Blue Badger? I want to think of some new designs. God, I'm out of your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office, period. It bit my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
I don't know, a letter of resignation from Edgeworth might be great. Here.
This crumpled up piece of paper. No way! Miss Angel can't be serious!
Is he ever not serious?
I mean, it literally said, Kowalski, you can back me up on this. It literally said he's serious.
He's
in the
serious.
It's true. It did say he's serious. I feel like there was no room for misinterpretation on that part.
All right, thanks for confirming
He's
that,
serious.
Kowalski.
I can't believe they pushed him this far!
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was cool as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us and checked the prime with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Well, I mean, you didn't.
Detective.
That's it. I've made up my mind.
But
Here, take my ID card. I'm losing all the time anyways.
We can't do that. If someone found out,
they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may ought to be as good as terminated.
Oh.
what?
So the implication is that because he works most of Edgeworth's cases, it's like, well, if Edgeworth leaves, then guess this guy's out too. But like, wow, what a bunch of jerks.
I mean, I got that. It's just that the line said what.
I know. I wasn't reacting to the what's. I was reacting to the evidence given to us of whatever.
So at least I would do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
All right, detective. Thank you.
Kowalski, I realize that you're getting very tired. Would you like me to talk to Private about this, or...
It's an ID card.
Okay, whose
It
ID?
proves identification. It's from the police department. It lets them into Gaunt's office.
Okay, but whose ID card is it?
It's Gumshoe's ID.
Alright, thank you, Kowalski.
You're welcome.
February
Skipper.
24th, Police Department, Chief's Office.
Here goes, Mr. Wright.
Oh. We're in.
Now you're truly Maya.
Let's play the organ. Hey, look, it's Edgeworth.
We're in. If anyone finds us now,
Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
If that happens, I'm counting you to bail me out.
Oh my god!
oh,
Yeah!
Holy shit.
sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I'm not dead yet. Didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
Detective Gumshoe!
What kind of delayed reaction was that, Phoenix?
I was distracted. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came to.
Oh my god, Gumshoe.
I mean, in all fairness, it's his ID. He might as well be here. Might as well just own up to it. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card?
That's the thing I'm wondering about, honestly. ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. What?
What?
Hey, don't do that, my card.
Wright is so mad.
So, Wright just literally took his ID card, got mad about it, and destroyed
Crushed
it.
it.
So,
He just card crushed the ID card.
he's gonna have to file another lost ID report now. You idiot.
I had to get the chance to come in here. I mean, the organ I used to play a long time ago. Oh, wait. No, that was the marimba. Very different things. So I figured I'd look around myself. Besides, we're all just together now.
Are we?
Yeah.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Now, if we're lucky, now come on, let's see what we can find out.
Feeling about this.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Gumshoe with
Me
us.
too.
It's fine.
So-
And Edgeworth's here too.
You know, you calling that suit of armor Edgeworth is very concerning considering the implications of that photo that we have of the team. So I'm just concerned because I don't think Edgeworth needs to be blamed for anything else. Thank you. But anyway,
Can't believe Edgeworth killed Joe Dark.
It was all a setup. It was all a setup. See, he was in the suit, and they're like, aha, we found another way to blame Edgeworth for this.
oh, this is horrible. All right. We gotta stop now. We're out of time. We'll sneak around Gaunt's office. Hopefully we won't get caught, but this is Ace Attorney, so I have a feeling we are gonna get caught by the end of this.
We're gonna play the organ.
Yes. We'll worry about it in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.